Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be sharing a little secret I've been using for the last while, and it has helped me out so much, especially if you're on the 250, but this method also works for 50. Now you're like, what method? I'm going to show you in just a second, but it also takes some deep explaining for you guys to understand and really get down what we're doing here. So this is my Supercross setup here. I have on the Kawasaki 250. Now I'll go to the normal one, which is basically my suspension without messing with the drivetrain. The default is 13 and 50. Then I go to my Supercross one, see how it's 12 and 51, and look at the difference in the gearing. So in the red here is the normal gearing, and here in Supercross on my setup, look at this gearing, 12 and 51, how it goes from 39 to 48, 57. You see that, and then you go to the normal, it's 43. So right now I'm using the normal drivetrain that just as default on the bike. Now, what I'm going to be talking about is a mixture between engine braking and RPMs. I don't really know how much sense that'll make at the end of this whole thing, but I'm going to give it my best go at explaining what the hell I'm doing here. Okay, so here we are on the normal gearing, and now I'll play it in slow motion, and then I don't really know how I'll do this, but you have to get the sound in it, so you see how I attempt this quad, and I'm really hooking up about here, going 45 to 46, scrubbing and getting that back tire down, and yet I still don't have enough power for this quad, and I'll explain why. So on the normal gearing, what you have is an expanded like third gear, or I guess expanded gearing in general compared to what I like to run, but basically you're gonna break the game. You're using the engine brake against itself. There's engine braking in this game, so when you're going second gear, there's only a certain distance you can jump. Head up here, go third gear, and then we'll see how far. Just get to like the A, then we'll shift down to second gear, come rounding around this corner. Now you can get there, but see where our front tire landed, and that was even me seat bouncing that. I guess there's better examples out there, but I mean, honestly, like, this is second gear. You see, I just shifted down to second gear when I was at the top of third, shift down to second, and it really minimizes you. And so you're doing the same thing in third gear, but you're making it hit like it's second. So you see how second's super fast to react, and then you shift up to third. Now it's a little boggy, it's a little slow to catch on. I wouldn't say bog, because it doesn't bog, it's normal. But then when we get into second here, look at how much more snappy this is, right? So you can really, it just makes a huge difference. So this is the stock gearing, and then you're going to make sure to just do this, right? And then obviously save, come back out here, and now your gears are a lot shorter. And I mean, I live in third gear with this gearing, because it has snap, and the engine braking allows me to just jump fast or further. You guys get what I'm saying. You lower the gearing, and it has just helped me significantly since really trying to get back into Supercross here, back in the swing of things on MX bikes. Now this works for literally every bike. Like I said, you could even do it on a 450, and I'll show you guys, give you guys that example as well, but mostly just talking about how to expand the power and jumping distance of a 250. And this is basically the best way that I've found. Now, it does have its limitations, so if you don't like it, I totally understand. People probably won't like this different play style, and then you're mostly just sitting in third gear now, which, I mean, I don't mind at all. I love just sitting in third gear and letting her eat, and then obviously you come down to corners and you're second gear. That obviously was not a good corner, but I'll show you guys with the 450, same thing. Now here's the same thing, and I actually ended up tweaking this one more than the 250 here, but there's just so much wind up in the 450 that I don't like. Obviously you probably still could hit all of this stuff in second gear, so I'm gonna inch up to this quad here and try to hit it. So see how I'm barely getting that even with that good of a run up. Switch over to this where it's 12 and 51, and then we're gonna hit our track marker here, obviously. Get back here on the track, and then third gear just makes it that much easier to clear a lot of stuff. Now I'm trying not to mess this up, but I mean, look at it. I mean, that was such a bad run up. Okay, and let's do a backflip here, and almost, maybe. Okay, point is you're really just exploring a different way of playing the game, and what in my opinion is it's easier. But look at that. I mean, you can't just deny that's the same run up on the 250, and I'm even able to like oppo. Just watch how beautiful this is to just, I mean, like, you're just getting max distance right as you start jumping. I mean, there's no doubt that there's a difference between the two. You come in here third gear, round the berm good, and then just seat bounce or whatever it is, and you're just fully in. It may not look as effective, especially on the 250, but I mean, this really emphasizes it here on the 450, what it does and doesn't do. As I've actually wanted to try this line here for a while, where you come outside and probably go about third gear and then like scrub, stay on the ground and jump to this table type thing. I don't know, for another time. Either way, I mean, it's just a better way to play the game in my opinion. I mean, you could just literally do whatever it is you want to do in a certain, obviously logical range, but you guys get what I'm saying. There is a lot more flexibility, and I think it actually grips better. It hooks up better with the dirt, the tires do, and I don't know, that's also a big part for me. But when I'm just on the 450, people say too much power, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, I'm trying to emphasize the power and get it as snappy as I can get, to the point where I can quad out of a corner after just kind of sifting through here in third gear and just slamming on at the end and just doing whatever. I was trying to really play it loose there. But yeah, just giving you guys a solid little tip, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, go ahead and leave a like, go down, subscribe, go watch the past content on my channel. That'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching a lot, especially if you made it all the way to here. Consider putting on post notifications. That'll be all for me. Thank you guys again for watching. Deuces!